let's do it together. I think the countries across the world are getting integrated into a single village. And the speed in which it is integrated is very difficult for a country like Nepal. If the speed in which we are moving, it will be very difficult to cope up. I think it is this sector that has really vitalized the sectors. And I also like to see and tell that being from the private sector as a businessman, we generally what we see in the first page or most of the media coverage are, of course, the political agenda, political areas are most covered. I think the modern world today needs to think about the economic diplomacy too. This area, I feel, is still need to be covered better. And this is one sector that really keeps alive the whole sector, the whole area of journalism involved in it. So the networking of this college, I think the attachment they have made with so many countries. Similarly, I'm sure that the journalists of today should not be getting confined to the own national boundaries. But I think with the knowledge, with the exposures, over a press of a button on the network and the internet, I think we know everything today. And I think needs to have a broader perspective also. So with these very few words, I once again like to congratulate the organizers, especially Dr. Manju Mishra, for doing a wonderful contribution to the nation by developing, creating, producing the people of, very conscious people of tomorrow. So I wish them a very, very grand success of the next decade, where the drawbacks, what needs to be reviewed, and I think the corrective measures can be carried on to bring a much better, brighter, and very happy future of Nepalese of tomorrow. So with these few words, once again I'd like to thank the organizers for having given me this opportunity. Thank you.
Now I would like to request Dr. Pitil, the representatives of Universal Foundation, to express their remarks.
Vice President Samananda Jha, and Dr. Mishra, and the other dignitaries on the dais. Congratulations for 10 years, the College of Journalism and Mass Communication. Dr. Mishra and I have met many times, and her passion and her zeal drives this institution. I think everyone who knows her knows that. So it's really 10 years. If you think of it, when a child is 10 years old, and then you double that in 20 years, it's much more than just double, right? More than double the height, more than double the weight. So we're waiting for 20 years. That's what we want to see. Then this school will flourish, given the first 10 years that we can see already. I'd like to share simply one idea, and that is, I'm also, I do writing, and also I'm a photographer, and I've had experience in journalism. And I see journalism as an extension of education. So when you go to school, you start in primary school, and you do 10+2, and then you do college, and maybe postgraduate work. And where do we get our education when we end the formal schooling? When we turn to the media. You turn on the TV, you open the newspaper, you listen to the radio. So journalism is really education of society. And the current and the most important education of all is what is happening in our society today. So her investment into journalism is actually on the right track. And she listed many areas of accomplishment over the last 10 years. The one that struck me as really exciting was, she said, more than 30 of her graduates have been abroad to study international exposure and be able to bring those techniques and skills back to Nepal. So again, once again, congratulations for 10 years of excellent schooling, and we look forward to much, much more. Thank you.
Likewise, I would like to request His Excellency, the Ambassador of the Sikh, to express his remarks.
Respected Chairperson, Right Honorable Chief Guest Vice President, Mr. Bernard Daja, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives my immense pleasure to be among you to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the College of the Journalism and the Mass Communication, and to have opportunity to share a few words on this occasion. First of all, I would like to express my highest congratulations to the founder, principal of the college, Dr. Manja Misra, and all those associated with the college for successfully completing a decade with their valuable contribution for the development of the institution. I understand that the college has been providing education in mass communication to bachelor and master's level students with a view to produce efficient media person required to the nation and in the world. I also understand that the establishment of the college with the idea of Dr. Manja Misra, I appreciate her ability, successful leadership to bring the college to the present condition, and the college itself manifests that women are not less capable than men if they have desire, dedication, and determination. I suppose the college hasn't yet attained the goal it had set at its inception, the destination, capacity, and her detection. I wish her all the best for the success. As you know, Egypt is the only Arab African country to have a resident embassy in Nepal. I feel quite excited to know that the college is planning to bring out a book in Africa, which I am quite confident will be pretty much helpful to learn more about Africa, which still remains mystery to most of the people. I am also happy to know that the college is going to organize African Film Festival in the immediate future, through which I hope the Nepalese audience will have an opportunity to become familiar with culture and social aspects of Africa to some extent. I assure the college of every possible support for the forthcoming event. Finally, I once again would like to express my felicitation from the core of my heart to all who have shouldered their responsibility for the betterment of the college, and wish every success of the college in the days to come. Thank you very much.
अब आजका हाम्रा प्रमुख अतिथि सम्माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति बनाना प्रधानज्यूबाट CGMC का प्राध्यापकज्यूहरूलाई सम्मान गर्ने कार्यक्रम रहेको छ। म CGMC का प्राध्यापक धर्मराज रुङ्गेलज्यूलाई आफ्नो सम्मान ग्रहणको लागि अगाडि आइदिनु हुनमा हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु र प्रमुख अतिथिज्यूलाई सम्मान प्रदान गरिदिनुको लागि म हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु। का प्राध्यापक शरद राईजी यहाँलाई पनि आफ्नो सम्मान
It's a symbol. This is the map. This map, and then there is J. CJMC. So it is symbolic. It is symbolic.
Lakshminath Samad. यहाँलाई आफ्नो सम्मान लागि लगाइएको Basically, CJMC का प्राध्यापक CJMC का प्राध्यापकहरूलाई सम्मान गर्ने कार्यक्रम सकिएको छ। अब मास्कम MAMC का पहिलो ब्याचका विद्यार्थीहरूलाई पनि सम्मान गरिने कार्यक्रम राखिएको छ। पहिलो ब्याचका विद्यार्थी सङ्गीता लामा यहाँलाई आफ्नो सम्मान गर्नका लागि अगाडि आइदिनु हुन हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्छु। सङ्गीता लामा, विष्णु प्रसाद खनाल, सरस्वती कर्माचार्य, नरेन्द्र पाण्डे, सङ्गीता गुरुङ, दिव्यमन पौडेल, महेश भण्डारी, यसै गरी मीरा अमात्य, सुनिल खतिवडा, बालकृष्ण पराजुली, विशिष्ट अङ्क प्राप्त गर्नुभएको यसरी विशिष्ट श्रेणीमा सन्तोष छेत्री, इन्द्रभोज छेत्री, बङ्गलादेशमा युवा पाठशाला गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट हुनुहुन्छ। त्यसैगरी ज्योत्ना राज भण्डारीजीलाई पनि उत्तीर्ण हुन सफल हुनुभएको छ। उहाँहरूलाई धेरै धेरै बधाई दिन चाहन्छु। दिवाकर पन्त, शिरोमणि भिताल, बुद्धि मराठी र कविता गुरुङ पहिलो ब्याचमा विद्यार्थी हुनुहुन्छ। अब लाई म यहाँ मास्टर्स इन डेभलपमेन्ट कम्युनिकेसन पहिलो ब्याचका विद्यार्थीलाई आमन्त्रण गर्न चाहन्छु। सम्मान गर्नका लागि प्रमोद भट्टराईजी, मोहन राई, सोया गौतम, उत्तम बराल, सम्पूर्ण विद्यार्थीहरूलाई हार्दिक बधाई दिन चाहन्छौँ र अब हामी हाम्रो कार्यक्रमको अन्त्यतिर आइपुगिसकेका छौँ। अब म मञ्चको लागि आजका हाम्रा प्रमुख अतिथि सम्माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति पद्मानन्द थापाज्यूलाई हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु।
मास कम्युनिकेसन कलेजको आजको यस एनिभर्सरी कार्यक्रमका सभापतिज्यू, डायसमा उपस्थित अन्य विशिष्ट महानुभावहरू, यस कार्यक्रममा सहभागी हुन आउनुभएका यस कलेजमा अध्ययनरत छात्र छात्राहरू तथा अन्य पत्रकारिता जगतसँग आबद्ध सम्पूर्ण दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनी तथा अन्य उपस्थित श्रद्धालुहरू, प्रसन्नताको दिन हो कि नेपालभित्रै मास कम्युनिकेसन र जर्नलिज्म विषयमा मास्टर डिग्रीसम्मको पढाइ गर्ने या कलेजको 10औं वार्षिकोत्सव कार्यक्रमको उपलक्ष्यमा आयोजित आजको यस कार्यक्रममा मलाई उपस्थित हुने मौका दिनुभएको छ। सर्वप्रथम यसका लागि यस कार्यालयका प्राध्यापकज्यू, संस्थापकज्यू एवं सम्पूर्ण आवत व्यक्तिमा म आभार र धन्यवाद